All right, everyone. So we are going to run a test on the Jackery 1000. This is a 1000 watt unit. And we are going to run the test on our upright freezer, or chest freezer rather. And I'm not sure if this is a 3 cubic foot or 5. I'll have to look on Amazon, but it's one of those. And so we have this in our garage. And we want to test it not just for ourselves, but for some of you who might live off grid, or just even if you're on the grid, if you lose power, this might be an option to keep your appliances going. So we want to see how long this Jackery will run this chest freezer in case of emergency. So we're going to look at the Jackery right now. Okay, so we have three 110 outlets here, and then we've got some USB ports. We have a 12-volt cigarette lighter there, and then this display up here, I don't know if you can see that. I'll turn it on. So right now it's at 100%, and this will let us know how many watts is going out. So basically how many watts this freezer is pulling from this Jackery unit. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and plug this in. This question was asked from a subscriber, so we're doing the test for her and others that might have the same question, that might want to prepare for an emergency situation where you lose power and don't want to lose the power on your freezer or refrigerator. We are also going to do one on the refrigerator, but we're first going to do the freezer. So let's get this plugged in. All right, so we're just going to plug it in. And on these, in order for the power to go on, there's a button that says AC right above it. We got to press that. And I don't know if you can see the screen very well, but it says it's pulling 5 watts right now. It's going from 2 watts to 5 watts. So that isn't that much pull at all. If it stays that way, then this Jackery can run this freezer for quite a long time. So we're going to test it. What time is it now, babe?
12:30.
Okay, so it's 12:30 in the afternoon on Friday. So we're going to come back and we'll keep checking every 6 hours or so to see where the battery charge is and if it's still only pulling 2 to 5 watts. It even goes down to 1 watt. So this might work out really well. All right, so stay tuned for the test results on this Jackery running chest freezer. Okay, so just doing an update on where we're at with Jackery powering up the chest freezer. So we are currently at 80%. It's just about 5:30 right now. I believe we started at 12:30, so we've been going for 5 hours. And right now it's only pulling 1 watt. So during this time when the freezer kicked in, it did go up to like, I think the highest was 67 watts, and then averaged about 64 watts at that time. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. I'll check it again tonight, probably between 10 and midnight, to see where we're at. So I think we're definitely going to get at least a 12-hour charge out of this on the chest freezer. So I'll show you the update later tonight. All right, everyone. So just an update video. It's 10:30 at night right now. So it's been 10 hours since we started this trial, and the battery is still at 79% and only 1 watt being pulled if the freezer doesn't kick in. So what we did different, at the, I think it was the 5:30 update, is we were keeping our freezer at max, and there's a minimum and maximum range you can turn it to. So we turned it down. Sorry for the shaky video. We turned it down to almost minimum, not quite on minimum, but just over minimum. Everything is still nicely frozen. So yeah, 10 hours into it, battery's still at 79%, and we'll check again in the morning. So for now, good night. All right, everyone. So this is the morning update. So we're at 9:17, almost 9:20 the next morning. So it's been going for about almost 21 hours now, and we're still at 61%. So we're going to let it keep going until it goes down to almost zero, and we'll see exactly how much we can get out of this. It did help to turn the freezer down between low and medium. So that really helped the percentage on the battery time. And yeah, we're just going to keep going, and let's see how long it takes us. All right, everyone. So we are almost at 2:30 in the afternoon. So it's been almost 26 hours, and we are still at 45%. So, and I checked the freezer earlier today. Everything is solid froze. And so, yeah, we still got a bit to go. All right, everyone. So this is going to be the last update on how long the Jackery will power up this chest freezer. And I'll put somewhere on the screen just how big this chest freezer is. I think it's either 3 or 5. I don't remember, but I'll know by the time I do the video. Okay, so you can see we're at 31% still. It is just about 6:30 in the evening. So this has been going for just about 30 hours. So that gives you a good idea of how long this Jackery 1000 will power up a smaller chest freezer. I'm not sure about the bigger ones, but this is doing a good job. And what will help it is turning your chest freezer down between minimum and I would say closer to the minimum side. That's what we turned it down to. So almost 30 hours, and you still have 31% to go. So you can get more time, but I'm not going to leave it because it'll probably shut off overnight, and I don't want that to happen. So also what probably would have gave it more time in the beginning, in the first 5 hours, is if we had turned ours from maximum to almost minimum. But that'll just give you more time. So you could get probably almost 2 days out of this thing, powering up a chest freezer. We are going to do a test on a refrigerator, but again, keep in mind, our refrigerator is smaller than the normal house refrigerator. But we'll do all that in another video. And what will help also, if you live in a state that has cold winters, and if your chest freezer is out in the garage like ours, the cold itself from the winter is going to keep your freezer going, and all that's packed inside, frozen, just froze together, is going to keep it going. So you probably don't need to hook up the Jackery right away if you do get power outage, or if you're off grid or whatever. So yeah, I hope that gives you a good idea of what these portable generators can do. And if you have a gas generator, that is definitely a backup. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful to some of you. And that's going to do it for this test on the Jackery 1000 on a chest freezer. So with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.